Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for July 9th, 2025. We've got Seaside and Empires today, and I'm noticing a lack of trashing. Where's Sailor when you need it? Okay, well, we do have draw from Wharf and Caravan. We've got plus actions from Native Village and Crown. And plus buy from Wharf, potentially also Farmer's Market, but no. Also gains from Blockade. You can also get some draw and buys. Not the actions is kind of not really, but from Tactician. Since Tactician, it's just like you're deferring an action from one turn to the next turn. But anyway, on this board with no trashing, I'm not really expecting Tactician to be the way. Like, that's too much payload that you've got to sacrifice. And actually, like, overall, the payload doesn't actually look that strong anyway. So there's not a lot of like virtual money type of payload. So Blockade looks good. It usually does. In this particular case, we can gain a bunch of caravans. We can gain some native villages. Getting a warehouse or two wouldn't be bad. Even adding just some silvers is reasonable. Also, lighthouse to block the blockade attack itself. So that all looks fine to me. The question is, what do we open with the blockade? We do want to try to hit 5, get some warbs going. We could open warehouse and just try to find the blockade and figure on the turn that we have the blockade in play, we can hit wharf, like maybe taking a silver or caravan or something, increase hand size, depending on where we are in the shuffle. We could also just open blockade silver. Blockading a warehouse wouldn't be bad. Especially if we see it, like if we see the blockade turn 3, get a warehouse, and then turn 4 we trigger a shuffle with the warehouse and chuck all the estates. That could be pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with blockade silver, but not confident. I just banquet for wharf. Okay. I can see the argument for that. I do want to play with another blockade. I don't know that I want to, if I want to blockade or not. Like I was talking about, I might want to just take a warehouse. Although, so we see our silver, we also see 2 estates. Next turn, assuming we see the blockade, I mean, at most we'll have 4 coins. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab another blockade. All right, maybe. Oh, they blockaded caravan. All right, well that. I think we just go with the warehouse and maybe 1 more silver. We'll probably want it anyway. This is too much of our money. Too much. All right, we're gonna need to pick up native village here. We could pick up 2 of them. Or we could pick up, like, buy 1 and grab something else. But I think We are going into a shuffle with multiple terminals. I think we just go double native village. Sad. Would have liked to see the wharf here. We got wharf and warehouse down there. We don't really need another native village right now. I think we go caravan wharf. I'm gonna have to trigger a shuffle here to play the wharf. That's not great. Yeah. At least we've got another wharf down there. I guess we just take another caravan. They do go for farmer's market. Yeah, I don't believe in that. Oh, blockade. Probably gonna need to pick that up. Although, we have a blockade here. Maybe not then. Alright, I would like to... get a lighthouse going. It would be nice if I could hit 7, or had hit 7. I guess I could have picked up to do that too, but... Maybe we just grab another native village, though, and a wharf. But we don't necessarily super need another native village. Kind of depends. But we're going to trigger a shuffle. The warehouse is down there. Yeah, maybe we do blockade lighthouse. Alright, now we do want to pick up this turn, but unfortunately we don't have our other native village. Ah! That's really obnoxious. Well, maybe we should have taken another native village. We have one down there, as it is, so the need to take one for next turn is lowered. We got a lighthouse into play. I'm thinking... I actually want to play the blockade, not the wharf. And then... maybe we take a crown here... and then plan to buy another wharf next turn, or we could just take another wharf. I don't know. Get another caravan. Oh, we have 3. Oh, we can buy... okay, we can buy lighthouse, native village, and a 5. That's good. Get another village. I think I'd rather just have another wharf than a crown. Even though right now we play both of those, we're not going to have the duration balance. Upper... Copper. Let's see what we get here. We don't have our blockade. Okay. Well, we're going to play this wharf. We have 8 coins right now. We pick up. We definitely can afford 2 more wharves, which seems like a good thing. So I guess we're going to do that. Damn it! Come on! Alright, do we need another native village? Need is a strong word, but probably helpful anyway. Alright. We have a copper on the mat, so we have copper, silver, not a native, and 2 more native villages down here. Okay. We want to play both of these blockades. We got to play this native village, which means we either need to pick up or we need to trigger a shuffle where we top deck 2 estates. That's not necessarily the end of the world. Oh, wait, if we're going to play the wharf, we're going to trigger it anyway. Okay, so that doesn't matter. What does matter is, do we need the money now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 coins. Versus 11 coins. It is nice to keep things clean. I'm thinking maybe we play both blockades. A blockade, another blockade, and a caravan, and then take like province and I mean, I guess it could just be like treasury if we pick up the money. We could also maybe we delay greening for a turn. I don't know. The piles are getting low. That's the reason I'm wondering about it. We do have more gains. Like the bot has 1 blockade, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wharves. Yeah. So bot has 4 wharves, so 5 buys. Well, 6 buys with the farmers market, but they don't have a lot of plus actions. I guess they do have crowns though. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think I do want another blockade. We've got... We're going to have 1 more action to play with next turn because we're going to have 2 blockades in play and only 1 of them to play next turn. So I don't really need another native village. We could just take another caravan. We played 1 caravan this turn, 2 caravans last turn, so I don't quite have the duration balance going there, but the other thing we could do is ramp our payload a little bit. Take a silver. Right now we have 13. If we go province treasury, we're at 14. Silver gets us to double province. And then potentially we just use blockade to like add components while we green. That seems reasonable. But also we could just not try to hit double province next turn. Getting more caravan seems like a good idea. Also, making it harder for the bot to take them seems like a nice thing. And then I guess the other thing we could do is take a crown. The problem is we don't actually have great targets for crown. Like, obviously there's wharf. We don't really need more draw. So treasury gives us the option to go for a gold if we want to. And then treasury is actually like kind of a nice crown target just because it gives plus actions. We could also just go like, I don't know, silver native village or something if we think we want the extra actions now. But like I said, I don't think we super need that, so I'm going to take a treasury. Maybe we want to try to snipe the farmer's market points. Point here. Something to consider. A wharf. Okay, well, I'll certainly want to pick that up. Warehouse first and try to find the other native village. Okay, so we're putting 3 caravans into play here. I guess that's fine. We can take another one. They've got 2 farmers markets, but they're really unlikely to play both of them. Well, maybe not this turn. But if they do play both of them this turn, it doesn't matter if I take one now anyway. So maybe we just ignore that. Go province gold. Nice thing about gold is it's also a decent ritual target. Wait, didn't they crown caravan last turn? How did they... No, I can't see it. Resolves 5 caravans. And it's not because they had 5 caravans. I'm confused. Oh no. Oh, we got no with the warehouse. Never mind. It's fine. Did we bottom deck a wharf though? We did. Ah. Okay. They haven't actually popped the farmer's market. We could take one. Hmm. Oh, wait. I didn't realize how low the native... They took a native village. Oh, we should just be able to win here, right? We take a caravan. We take native village. We take 3 more native villages. And a province. And an estate for good measure. Well, alright. It didn't matter that we bottom decked the wharf. Yeah, I mean I did notice at the time that they had taken a native village, but then I didn't think about the fact that that was going to be lowering piles even more. Surprising choice for the bot at that position. Never did end up taking a crown, which I think is fine. Like I think crown's okay here, but not amazing. I mean, like crowning a wharf is pretty good, of course, but like it helps you a little bit from an action standpoint. But it's easier, of course, to not have to collide them and to just be able to play one wharf and then another wharf if you have the actions. I think native village actually is pretty nice on this board as well. The bot was also only playing with 1 blockade, which I don't think is great. I don't love the banquet opening. Yeah, it just wasn't drawing as well. And I mean, most of that is probably just had 6 wars they had before. And that, I guess, yeah, that's the thing, is like the 2 crowns in theory can behave like 2 more warbs, but only if you line the stuff up, which is all the harder with the coppers. I actually had more caravans. I mean, I guess I gained the 1 on the last turn, but it felt like they had more caravans, but in the end... I guess, you know, a lot of the caravans I gained pretty late in the game, though. Yeah, I don't like the detour into farmers market either. Like, I would know I was considering it, but I think, well, the bot got one a lot earlier, which I think was not good. And then the only reason I was going to get it is because they got it. Like, if they hadn't gotten it, there would be no reason to. They also didn't play with a warehouse. I think warehouse is pretty good here. You're never trashing estates, and I was pretty consistently able to discard 3 estates with warehouse, and you know, just make my turn better with that. So yeah, I mean, obviously, still like a relatively close game, although unclear whether, you know, like the bot had some better turns because it had gotten a bunch of caravans in play. This time it only had 3 and no wharves. I guess it didn't have a wharf in play from the previous turn either, which I guess just goes to show like it wasn't drawing that well. But yeah, I mean, I was looking at this as like, oh, if I take 2 provinces, in theory the bot could double province. The bot hadn't double provinced yet though, and probably wouldn't have been able to, especially with farmers market here. If like it had found the farmers market, it wouldn't get 4 coins off of it. It would get nothing. So maybe not actually that close. A little hard to say, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.